What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 71, returns today on the back of our first two games of the season, the draw against Inter and the win at Udine. And of course the new signing of Scalvini and the sale of Patro today. We've got lots to get through, man. We're going to play the remaining week of the window. We'll have a few more games in the Serie A, plus obviously the draw for the Champions League phase. And I still think that even though it's been a bit of a bizarrely quiet transfer window, it's one of those, man. It's quiet for a while and then it explodes right at the end. I've got a feeling. Yeah, we've seen this before. You know, it's a quiet transfer and then bang right at the end, all the deals start kicking off, and I've got a feeling it might happen this season as well. It's crazy though. I mean, we've had Ferguson as another big comes in for Ramirez there, this time from PSV. A loan deal. Again, I'm not against loaning him out because of our squad size, our small squad size. I might need to keep him there for the depth, but we've had Ferguson and Zalewski, sorry, with their deals expiring at the end of the season, waiting for offers. We've only had the one so far for Zalewski, and Aston Villa walked out. So as things stand, I thought both were going. In the end, both might stay. Right, let's jump into our first game though. It is Palermo away. Always great to see them back in the Serie A after their promotion last season, away in the Isle of Sicily, as we go for back-to-back away day wins and 7 points from a possible 9. Forza Bologna. Yeah, I've got a feeling, man. I've got a feeling. Zalewski staying for now, Ferguson staying for now. I've got a feeling that there'll be at least one bid for each on what is, to be fair, now deadline day, as Bellini's been given space to shoot from range and hits the top corner. What a strike, son. I've mentioned before, I genuinely don't think the power shot makes that much of a difference. Maybe I was wrong. It looks cool from an aesthetic standpoint, but for that moment there, hit with power, top bins, and the perfect start away against Palermo. What an effort. To be fair, actually, maybe the keeper could have done slightly better. Even so, perfect start, 1-0 up, and even if Ferguson and Zalewski do stay, it's not the worst thing in the world, man. Two quality players, we don't need to sell them. I mean, Lewis Ferguson is a Docksy boy sort of player, so I love having him in the team. It's just I can't really get him in the first 11 at the moment. We prefer the younger players, including that man who scored the first and the man who'd offload to Sarkisian. But it's with Zalewski as well. Oh, almost a carbon copy. Two players we get a decent amount of money for and bring in a quality player to replace him. Replace them, I should say. But I'm not going to sell just for the sake of it. What a start here, though. 2-0 up. Could be 3-0 up. Absolutely flying off the mark. Might have slipped up at home to Inter, but this is the performance of champions, man. Right from the first whistle, on it. It's always interesting early season when you've got the newly promoted side taking on the champions. It's like, right, what are we going to see early doors here? Welcome to the big time. Can you hold your own? Sometimes the champions run riot. Sometimes that newly promoted side pulls off a scalp. In this game, I don't think the latter is in any danger of happening, as Koleosho shot deflects to Bellini. He'll nod it into Hassan. And Moses on the turn. Whips one in. Great delivery. Koleosho free header. And it's just been that sort of tenure at Bologna so far for Luka Warwick. Try as he might, he just can't be a regular goal scorer, as Sissoko can. Drills it in for the third before the break. Bologna running rampant on the island. It has been an absolute demolition of a first half display. Fabian to Sarkisian. Koleosho to Sissoko. With these points in the bag, the only question is, will we get another clean sheet? Our 2nd and 3 to start the season off. There's Hassan. Continues his run, gets a shot away. Oh, and finds the top corner. 2 in 3 for Moses. Did not think that was going to hit the back of the net, but it does. And he's off to a flyer this season, as are Bologna, at least away from home. 2 wins in our first 3, 7 points from 9, and we've ran rampant. Welcome back to the big time, Palermo. And that is probably our best win since we joined Bologna. Absolutely dominant out there tonight. Oh, well, we won't keep the clean sheet. I thought for sure we'd keep the clean sheet with a 4-0 win. And unfortunately it goes with 6 to go. Always so frustrating to let it slip right at the end. Yeah, disappointing for Michel to lose that clean sheet right at the end there. It's always one of those things where I discuss this a lot, but it's like, I don't know, in a grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. I don't know why the Palermo fans are cheering. Guys, you've been beaten 4-1. I mean, it was a cracking goal, but I don't think it's worth celebrating that much. Look at them go. But this has got to be the buggiest version of FC I have ever played, man, honestly. Yeah, this deadline day is here. I actually think we've just had the draw for the league phase, by the way, because, oh my goodness, how did we not beat Inter? What has happened to them in this day? But deadline day is here, and I think we have had the draw for the league phase as well. So before we play through deadline day, I saw a lot of match rescheduled emails. Let's see who we'll be taking on in the 8 games. We've got... Oh, not them again. Kicking off Lille away. And I think we'll end on that today. Borussia Mönchengladbach at home. We got Bayern away as well. Tough return for us in the CL, including Newcastle St James's first time going back to England in the save. Slavia Prague at home. Celtic away. I love facing out Celtic or Rangers. And the final 2 are going to be Manchester City and Porto both at home. Now, that is a difficult league phase, especially considering what happened with Lille last season. I tell you what, we'll do well to get through that. We'll do... Oh, for God's sake. The playoffs have been completed and the league phase fixtures have been drawn. Show us the table, EA. I don't like this year's menu. I really don't. I know I've said it a few times before now. I was going to turn down that bid for Ramirez there because with our small squad size, we're going to need to keep hold of all of our players, I'd say. It's just... The menus, as Scalvini's already gone up to 89, a +1 already. The menus are just, first of all, they're laggy, which is really, really annoying. Oh, he's not going up to 89. He's still 88. I thought he'd gone up there. But the menus are so laggy and slow to navigate. But secondly, it's like, it's things like that which really frustrate me. Like, and if they've taken away the graphics of the draws, which is always a fun thing to look at. Yeah, it's so annoying. This game started off really good, with a couple of flaws. It's had a couple of flaws like added to it, if you will, as we've seen with the sponsorship things, as Milan putting a bid for Zalewski there, but it could just be so much better. That's why I'm so frustrated. I've just put Ferguson on the transfer list because I do have a plan, but in order to make the signing I want, I need to sell both he and Zalewski. Unfortunately, we haven't had a single bid. Not a single bid for Ferguson, and now we've got one from Spurs, and I did say I was happy to sell him back to Britain and to a European side as well. So in order for me to get the signing I want, I've got to sell both Ferguson and Zalewski and really cut the squad depth. This is a big gamble here. So Zalewski is our starting left back who was brilliant last season, and I'm not going to sell him for anything less than 40 mil because I'm going to need it. I'm going to need every single penny, every single euro if we are going to make the signing I want here. And this is going to be tough. It might be touch and go, and I might not end up getting the player I want anyway. This is... why have they done this as well? Why have they put white text on the highlight on a white background? This wasn't as part of the base game. Why have they done this? Why have they changed that colour scheme there? It's so... And again, I often say I don't want to put my tinfoil hat on and sound like a conspiracy theorist, but it's things like this that make me wonder whether EA do it on purpose. I'm going to have to accept that. This is going to be tense. This is going to be touch and go if I can get the signing I want. As for Lewis Ferguson, Ange Postecoglou wanted to take him to London. He's 32 now, to be fair, so he is in the final year of his contract as well, so I couldn't get as much as I would originally want anyway. I understand that, but we'll go with 45 mil because he is still a world-class player at 85 rated, and Postecoglou says no. So in that case, now I don't want to sell Zalewski if I can't. So I'll tell you what the plan was. I'll let you behind the curtain. I was going to try and sell Ferguson and Zalewski. And what I was going to do was try and bring in, I think you know who, that Hassan of Bilbao right now. Because when you look at his stats here, I mean, he is just like elite. Absolutely elite. And I would actually argue that while CM is probably his best position, well, with the pace, with the stamina, I mean, I say with, he's got stats in every area. I could play this guy at left back and I think he'd be absolutely elite. The problem is he's going to cost us far too much money. So we'd have to sell Ferguson and Zalewski. We probably wouldn't have enough money anyway. So with that being the case, I've accepted that bid from Milan for Zalewski, but now I don't want him to go because he's my starting left back and I ain't got the replacement lined up. So can I try and keep him? He's 29 and in the final year of his deal, in which case, I'd rather keep him. I'd rather say to Milan, sorry, but I can't sell him to a division rival if I can't get the replacement I want. I've got to try and tie him down to a longer deal now and keep him here. Important squad role, 4-year deal, that'll take him up to... Okay, 3-year deal, that'll take him up to close to his final years at the top level. And if he agrees to take a pay cut, which most players have done in this Bologna team, yes, he will indeed. Lots of players taking pay cuts to play for us. You'd love to see it. 61 grand a week, and in the end, we're doing a 180. That was me thinking Ferguson and Zalewski were definitely going. In the end, they're going to stay. I don't know what to do with Ferguson long term. Does he get a 1-year extension? I'm not too sure, but Zalewski is staying for the long term. Yeah, I mean, I really, really want him at some point, but this season, it's just not possible. Next season, I'll make him my #1 target. But I don't know. We prefer Moses anyway, man. What a goal in that last game. And Ahmad was also another big target of mine, but we won't be able to afford him now. I mean, I guess we could try and, as Luis Guilherme went to Girona, I guess we could try and swap them, Lewis Ferguson. But then it's like, I'd rather just keep Lewis, to be honest. I might actually just end up giving Lewis Ferguson a 1-year deal. It's another target of mine long term. And decide to keep him here. So, well, what a strange transfer window, man. Honestly, I mean, we made a new club record signing, as now Man City put a bid in for Lewis Ferguson as well. Guys, where was this? You had 2 months for this. You had 2 months for these deals. Why are you only coming in now? If they would accept 45 million. Then he can go to the Etihad. But it's really strange how the market valuations are so low. Now, I get it, Lewis is now 32 years old, but it's like, he's 85 overall. That makes him one of the best CMs, let alone in the Serie A, in European football right now. And he's not going down yet. So the bids are, honestly, quite insulting. And again, I get he's in the final year of his contract. I guess, to be fair, you know what? Because he is in the final year of his contract, I guess that's probably about right. So in that case, then Lewis is going to be staying for at least the rest of well, at least until January time. And because he's able to be poached on a free transfer, I think it's a 1-year extension. I think just like with Zalewski, we've done a 180, and the players we're planning to sell are going to be staying. And all the bids are coming in on deadline day. Guys, where were you? Like, you had the whole transfer window to do this. Where were you? Zalewski's just penned a new deal, so of course he's going to go nowhere. And Ipswich want Ferguson. They came in January, and now they want him again. But I think now, because of the fact we won't be able to, well, we could just about afford a replacement, plus the money we've got. Okay, Ipswich were mid-table last season, though. That's the thing. So, no, do you know what? I'm going to keep Ferguson for another year. 32 years old. I said I want at least a couple of seniors here. Now that Sonny's gone, and I guess Lewis Ferguson's now going to step into a real leadership role here at Bologna. Putting a bid for Raimondo, but with 2 hours on the clock, it's too late anyway. You can't do anything with less than 3 hours on the clock. So that's going to do it. Deadline day comes to an end, and what a bizarre transfer window. Yes, we sold Paccio and brought in a new club record signing of Scalvini, but that was me thinking there was going to be some big moves, some big sales, some new players coming in. In the end, I'm gambling it. I'm gambling over small squad size because of the versatility we've got in the squad, and I'm keeping things as they are and running it back. So for deadline day, the top deal is Quenda, one of the best young wingers in the game, off to Brighton as Inter continue to have problems there for 120.5 mil. A new gen leaving to Atalanta for £70 million to replace Scalvini possibly, and Ravela is off to Frankfurt for £67.7 million. Big gamble for the season with our lack of squad depth. We know that was an issue last season. I'm gambling on it again, and I'm hoping that because of the versatility of several of our players, Bellini, Sarkisian, Zalewski, Ferguson, Ranocchia, I'm hoping we will be okay with an incredibly small squad size. This might backfire, or it might be very cost effective. I guess we'll see. So annoying that this happens, though. It's like, why are the bids coming in now? Like, for Raimondo, I'm going to block the offers as well. Raimondo, might as well keep him now, at least until January. I'm going to block the offers for Ramirez as well. But like, why did it take so long for those deals to come in? It makes no sense. Like, you had the whole window, guys. The whole window. Why did you wait until the final couple of days? It's like me with me Christmas shopping. Right, following game. We'll do a couple more because I want to end on the Lille game in the Champions League, looking for revenge after they knocked us out in the Europa League last season. But back home for this one in the Serie A, going for our first win at the Estadio Renato Dall'Ara this season, taking on newly promoted Sampdoria, who, like us, are off to a very good start with the exact same record, 2 wins in their first 3 games and undefeated as well. So a clash of 2 informed sides to start the season off. Sampdoria, newly promoted at home, Forza Bologna. Obviously not Andrea Pirlo's Sampdoria anymore. He was sacked at the start of the season. Obviously the great Andrea Pirlo. I think he's one of those players who, like, I don't know how to describe him. He's like, you know, those players who just ooze class. Do you know what I mean? They just, it's natural to them. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing forced. It's just it just comes natural. It flows like his hair, you know. But sacked at the start of the season. Sampdoria up without him this season. Off to a good start. Still 0-0. I never forget the game against England. I know everyone always, when they think of Pirlo, they always think about that game. But his composure in that game, and it wasn't just the penalty, it was the whole game. I remember watching it with my dad, and we were just like, I mean, this guy is just like effortless, you know what I mean? Incredible technique, incredible composure, incredible vision, incredible passing ability. I mean, he just had everything. And then when he capped off that display with the Panenka against Joe Hart, who at the time, again, was one of the best goalkeepers in Europe, I mean, it was just like, oh, I mean, this man is just coolness personified, isn't he, you know? But safe to say his managerial career hasn't quite had the same effect thus far. But still, long way to go. Long way to go. Anyway, leading by 1 here. Excellent start as we go for 3 wins in 4. And a brilliant start ourselves here to the new season. There's Bellini, who's off to a brilliant start as well. Oh, he's really feeling it. I'm not saying he's going to hit the heights of Andrea Pirlo at CM, but he's off to a great start this year. Yeah, this is exactly why I don't have any issue selling Lewis Ferguson as well, because Bellini and Sarkisian, both in the early 20s, both looking phenomenal. I mean, yeah, like our CM is in good hands for a long time. So Lewis, as good as he is, we're not going to need him much now. But maybe a 1-year extension and try and sell him next summer. But as Sarkisian gets on the run, this guy, I mean, as good as Bellini is, this Armenian is even better. And he'll offload it to Bellini, who'll go for goal again, but flashes it wide. Those two for the middle of the park for a decade. Our CM is set. No, but there's Kovacevic going down and staying down as play continues, and Michel does really well on the closeout with the skipper still on the deck, and that to me, based on the animation, looks a little bit longer than just a bruise. I've got a feeling that might be a 4-week to a classic 3-month. As Sarkisian finds Sissoko, it'll drop back to the Armenian, shot blocked. Bellini again, he's on fire, denied. And I think Sissoko was offside there. No, play continues. Ranocchia to Sarkisian. And the Armenian to Bellini, who has absolutely ran the show. And as I said earlier, these two, for a long time, are going to be a CM duo to be feared in Italy and Europe. Sarkisian and Bellini. Yeah, there's a lot of CM duos that haven't worked over the years. I've got a feeling these two, with a great senior like Fabian alongside them as well, are going to be a force to be reckoned with as they're just getting better in the early 20s. Absolutely phenomenal display and a comfortable win for Bologna. Question is, how bad was the injury for the captain Kovacevic? Yeah, let's have a quick look as we are back at the main menu, and fingers crossed it was just a bruise, and to be fair, it was indeed. I thought it would be longer, but it wasn't. He'll miss the Lille game, but he'll be back for the Brescia one next weekend. So, yeah, following game, I think we'll end on this. It will be Lille in the Champions League phase. Last year, I said when we were drawn against them in the Europa League, I think we're favourites to get through there. I think we're favourites. And then we were 2-0 down in half an hour in France. We battled back to make it 2-2 to end the first leg. But after a second leg defeat 1-0, we were humbled in the last 16. This year, we're going for our revenge in the Champions League. Lille away as we once again face William Pacho and Lille in Europe. Let's put it right this season. Forza Bologna. Yep, as we always say, there are no losses in life, only lessons to learn. And let's see if we have. Let's see if we have. Last year, knocked out of the Europa League by these guys when I really felt we should have gone and won the whole thing. Couldn't even get past the last 16. Docksy, you're a fraud. Docksy, you're a fraud. But, yeah, as we said, like, you know, everyone's going to have losses, everyone's going to have setbacks. Question is, how do you respond from them? And can this man continue to dominate? Bellini, off to a great start this season, almost opening the scoring. The Brazilian Lucas Mantella does well to turn it behind the near post. Good start as we search for the opening goal in France tonight. And again, it's those two linking up. Sarkisian also denied. 2 flying saves by the Brazilian. And that's going to go behind for another corner. Goodness gracious. Now, this is the start you want, man. Seriously, coming out swinging as we've got Lille on the ropes here. This opening goal's coming. And there it is, Cesar Casadei heads in, that was coming. Literally had them on the ropes, and I say this often, if you've got a team penned, don't let them out of the corner. Keep them where they are and keep on pummeling. Eventually, you'll get the breakthrough. Double C was first of the year, and Bologna deservedly in front. What a start. Playing him at CB tonight with the injury for Kovacevic. And this is, again, this is why I'm not as concerned about the lack of squad depth, because we've got great versatility. Double C can play CM or CB. We've got Ranocchia playing at left back, even though he's a central midfielder. Bansky, we can play him on the wing or right through the middle of the park as well. Then you look at, again, someone like Ferguson, who literally can play anywhere. I mean, this is a really versatile Bologna side, and so that's why the lack of squad depth isn't as much of a concern. It's not like we've got specialists in certain areas. We've got a whole team of players who really can flourish in all kind of roles. As Bellini, speaking of flourishing, is off to an amazing start this season, man. 3 attempts early, another good save by Mantelli, but again, looking for Casadei off the bar again. This time comes back into play, and Caleb heads over. But it's all Bologna in the early stages, man. Lille can't get out. Nokia back to Michel. Can we get one chance before the break here? As Sarkisian drives forward, evades a tackle, finds Sissoko. And Bellini once again making a forward run. Can't get it to him, so I'll go for goal from range. Oh, as it clips the stanchion behind. Goodness gracious, what a half, and what a start to the season. Okay, that slip up to Inter was a bit disappointing. Should have won it with the chances though, but tonight on fire in France, polar opposite to last season. We were 2-0 down half an hour in. This season, we are off to a flyer, man, attacking within 10. Sam to Ranocchia, back to Moses, and kept in play. Cross is dangerous, Koleosho just couldn't win the header, but it'll drop to who else? Bellini. Man, I've taken about 7 shots with him tonight, honestly, but why not? He's feeling it. So just keep looking for him. Still leading by 1. We should be about 3-0 up here. Coley also denied. Had it not been for Lucas Mantella, we will be home and dry, back on the plane with 3 points. I mean, it's been literally all one-way traffic for the whole hour. It's worth pointing out, even though we dominated the game, we're still only leading by 1, and if Lille find it ever, I'll be fuming. Facundo Farias, who tore me apart last season. What a save, Michel. I think he got a fingertip on that. Hitting the woodwork. I'm not sure if he did touch it or not, to be fair. Shoot. Oh, no, don't shoot now. Don't shoot now. Oh, how on earth have I not won this? You know those games where it's like you dominate the whole game but can only get 1? You just know a level is coming at the end, man. How on earth am I not leaving with all 3 points? I'm not ending on this. No. I'm playing Brescia on the weekend. How on earth have I not won this game? Sissoko, oh my god, there's your answer. Mantella has literally turned into prime Dida. I mean, I haven't been able to beat him other than the 1 goal. He has made save after save after save, and that is why Lille are claiming the point, man. Absolutely dominated for the game. Could only get the 1, and a late leveller ensures Lille get a point. I can't believe I didn't win that. I cannot believe I did not win that. You'll see the stats. I'll put the stats on the screen for you now. How on earth did I not leave with all 3 points here? Absolutely dominated. That's just FC, isn't it? I mean, that's just how things go at times, man. You can be absolutely dominant for the entire game, yeah. Well, I've said it. It's one of the reasons why this game is so much harder to win than before, because your finishing needs to be pinpoint, accurate. Because the AI, they only need the 1 chance, and really they got it. Both of those shots came in the same sort of phase of play, but I can't believe we didn't win that, man. I really can't. Extraordinary. I don't know why I just got 2 emails there. But anyway, I'm not ending on that. I'm sorry, I'm not ending on that. I'm playing the following game. It is bottom hosting top as we take on Brescia away. I do not know. That's got to be one of the most undeserved games I haven't won in all my time playing FC and FIFA, man. But anyway, we'll end on this, and hopefully we'll bounce back with a win here. Make it 4 wins in 5 and undefeated in the league as well, and stay top of the table. New to Pro Brescia away from home. Forza Bologna. Let's put it right here. Checo dispossessed by Giovanni, who literally just... Soko, take him away. I thought he was going to go with you. Never mind. On the edge is Sarkisian on the turn and the finish. You know, but Bellini has started this season off on fire. That's Sarkisian's first of the season. I'm going to try and get him back to the form he showed pre-injury last season, where he was literally looking unstoppable. I'll be gutted if I can't get him back to that level, but whether he does or doesn't, he's still got serious growth, man. Still got the exciting prospect tag. Fabian, Sarkisian, lovely ball. And now Sissoko. So I just need to concentrate there. Did all the right things and then fluffed the finish. 26 minutes to go. I'm feeling deja vu here. Last chance for Brescia. Got to get the ball forward. I think they're going to run out of clock. Ref, where's that final whistle? There it is. We will take it. Not at our best, but still getting the win. And unlike against Lille, not dropping 2 points right at the end. Disappointed to not lead with the 3 points in France in matchday 1 the Champions League phase. But in the Serie A, what a great start. Winning all of our games. Back-to-back clean sheets in the league. And also, the only slip-up coming against an Inter side that we should have beaten. Yeah, unbeaten, off to a flyer, top of the table. A great second season start with Bologna. But that will do it for today's episode of Grima, guys. Big fan. If you enjoyed it. If you had, then please do drop a like. So you'll have a fantastic day. And I'll see you for the next episode. More games in the Serie A. Aim to stay undefeated, extend the winning run, and also top of the table. And more games in the Champions League phase as well. Very soon.